During World War I, German society researched and observed the tragic experimentation of clinical trials. Fit for active service, George Gross, Germany 1918, MoMA, New York. It is considered a seminal part of the post-World War I movement. This experience shaped his profoundly pessimistic worldview and developed into other disgust for the German political and social system. First of the Weimar Republic and then of Nazi regime. Some self-absorbed, bloated doctor is checking skeleton and important German officers are observing and discussing end result. Some of officers look very young and two people who are very in front of painting look very important people. They are chatting and smoking in bright mood. In background over the window, many industrial factory exhale smoke. AHIS11 stood at attention officer guard the door in cold mood. The seams in their uniforms lined up with the floor and the window frames. They are conformists subsumed into the structure, without independent conscience. The doctor at the center seems quite happy since he has found another body for experiment. In contrast to the spare and flattened manner in which the other figures are portrayed, the skeleton seems the most human as it is rounded, detailed, and adorned with rotting organs and tufts of hair.
On this art, there's a strange man shape on the front and there's a burning building behind the man. He looks forward and head forward. His neck is so thick compared to normal person, which is represent of his power, brutality, desire. Moreover, there is an X on his right hand. It also represents his instinct and for unforgiveness. Nazi was the leader of Germany and the German Parliament building is burning behind him. It shows aspect of German society got damaged because of the dictator and shows how the German society has been through by the dictator. John Hartfield dedicates much of his art to exposing and condemning the horror of Nazi Germany. He was born in Germany as Helmut Hansfeld, but later anglicized his name. His art likely about Germany during World War II. On the picture, the German Parliament building burning behind the Nazi. The German Parliament building destroyed in 1933 by an act of the terrorism that was likely perpetrated by the Nazi but officially blamed on communists. He had to leave Germany because of his art and he spent dedicated in England. At time, Hartfield goes to great lengths to remind his viewers that his photo montages are mostly constructed of bits of unearthed photojournalism. In Goring, the ex-cardinal of the Third Reich, Hartfield identifies Nazi minister Hermann Goring with the Reichstag fire and acts of the arson which the Nazis laid on the communist conspiracy and used as an excuse of outlaw the party and jail its leaders. These days, there are some people that still has that tendency, such as leader of Muslim and president of socialism. However, there no longer exists on the extreme case of person like Nazi and Hitler. Even more, modern media became more open, realistic, and frank. Furthermore, most of countries are following democracy society. In democratic society, should listen to the will of the people. which means media and public opinion got more power than the president or government.
11.9 Woman with colloidal scars. On the contrary to two works of art, this picture describes a person who got pain from the war. Her fearful eyes and face is covered with scars show the horrors of war in a realistic way. Other two arts are fictional. On the other hand, this picture is quite exact to real. Her expression with wrinkles on her face seem like she feels deep sadness and aching emptiness of the war. This picture is also made for a protest method against US troops. Furthermore, the purpose of the photographer who made a series of these photographs of victims is that people should know what happens after the war is over. He may try to communicate the present generation with his pictures in the past.